Hi, I'm so glad you're listening to this. If you're here, then you probably want to learn how to be best friends forever. That's great. Having a BFF is the best thing in the world. You can talk to them, you can just hang out, play video games, eat snacks. Just all great things. It's really the best. Obviously, I think so, since I'm telling you this. Anyway, I bet you want to get to step 1. But you need to be patient. Just be patient! Hold on a second. I'm getting ready. I need a little bit of time. Step 1. Find your friend. To have a friend, you have to find a friend. It is not as easy as you might think. You can't just go to the grocery store and buy a friend. If you're anything like me, meeting friends in person, like at school or playground, is really hard. I've never had many friends. I've tried really, really hard. But it's so hard. People think I'm weird. No one understands me. Mom said I'm just different. But she had her friends at the hospital. She didn't understand me either. Because I can't meet friends in person, I turned to the internet. The internet is a place on a computer where people can talk to each other. I go to chat rooms and also play games. I met my BFF, Andy, while we were playing a game called World of Warcraft. I have a super high level character, so I decided to befriend someone with a super low level character. That would make a good start to a friendship. Usually low level guys are younger players who just got the game. Andy was a noob. He's 14 and totally awesome. I'm a bit older, but who cares? We can still be best friends. Best friends forever. Step 2. Befriend. The way I befriended Andy was offering him gold and stuff for the game. He was really excited to have a more experienced player helping him out. I also kind of lied to him. I took a few years off my actual age. I also told him I had a guild he could join. But it's okay to lie, as long as you come clean eventually. It's okay I lied. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Okay. We became friends. We played every day. And then I would focus on the game, but we also talked. I found out he lived in Florida. I do too. His town was only 40 minutes away. I told him he could come over anytime, which is true. See, I don't always lie. But I did tell him I lived in my own house, which was huge because I was a software engineer and I had a bunch of money. This wasn't exactly true. I do plan to be a software engineer though. I want to be a billionaire. So it was like a half lie. Better than a whole lie. So, Andy and I spent a few weeks chatting every day. It was fun. We shared a lot of interest. But not everything was okay. He told me his parents made him do chores. I told him that wasn't fair. If he came and worked for me, I wouldn't make him do anything he didn't want to do. No chores. Just 2 fun boys hanging out, making money, playing games and stuff. At first he was hesitant. That made me mad. I don't like being mad. It makes me feel wriggly inside. Do what I say! Stop the bad worm from coming out! But after a while he came around. He agreed that it would be fun to live with another boy, especially if we had lots of fun. I like fun. I like Andy. Step 3. Meet up. I was so excited when Andy came to visit. I paid for his bus ticket. I can't drive, and obviously neither can he. I borrowed Mom's card to pay for it. Andy didn't know I still lived with her. I told him that I lived on my own, in a big house with lots of toys and games. But he won't even notice, Mom. I told her to be quiet. She sleeps all the time anyway. He told his parents he was going to grab a soda from the store, but he was really coming to visit me. His parents don't like me. He said they think I'm a liar, and I don't have millions of dollars. I told him they are filthy and have no right to be cruel to me. They make the bad worm come out. But I didn't tell him that part. I didn't want to scare him. Mom used to say I scare people. She said all boys have a worm, but mine is bad, and I shouldn't talk about it. Andy got off the bus, and I met him at the bus stop. At first, he didn't believe it was me. I understood. I didn't exactly look like how I told him I would. I said I was an attractive 16-year-old with a six-pack and blonde hair. In reality, I'm not. Andy didn't want to go with me at first, but I made him. I was bigger. He was very difficult at first. He kept saying he wanted to go home. I told him he was home. He was crying and crying. It made me mad. My bad worm come out! It came out! It came out! But it only lasted 30 minutes. And he was bleeding, but alive. He had never had a worm inside him before. I locked him in the bathroom so I could get the friendship ready. Oh, I forgot. Step 4. Inject the friendship. It's so easy. You boil some water or milk or whatever you have available. It has to be hot. Then you suck it up into a syringe. I use the same ones over and over. Then I don't have to buy any. Mom had a lot left over from when she was sick. Okay, so now you have the liquid. Then you hold your friend down. I am much bigger than Andy, so it was easy to get him on the floor. Plus, he was already in the pain from the worm. Sometimes you might have to make your friends go to sleep first, otherwise they struggle too much. But Andy was good. He was a good boy. You put a needle in the eye, not in the middle sill, in the spot near the nose. It'll go in deep. Your friend might scream, but it'll stop as soon as you inject the hot water. It makes their brain mushy like soggy paper. Everybody reacts differently, but usually they get tired. Andy whimpered a lot. He sounded like a puppy. Plus, he peed himself. But that's okay. I did it 2 more times. I cleaned him up, and we played games all night. He couldn't hold the controller, so I did solo mode. I talked to him about my big dreams. He drooled a lot. I tried to hold in the bad worm, but it came out a few times over the course of the night. Andy's my best friend. Forever. He's forever, of course. He will hopefully stay alive for a few more days. My last BFF lasted only 12 hours. But Andy has lived twice that already. He's a good boy. A good friend. And there you have it. This is how you get a best friend forever. I hope you appreciate me taking the time to tell you this. Let me know if you follow my advice. Oh, oops. Step 5. Do it all again.